Hello friends, so today we are going to discuss the next ideal gas process, that is the constant pressure process, and we'll solve simple numericals on the constant pressure process today. So the constant pressure process is also called as an isobaric process. Now in this process, when the gas is heated at constant pressure, its temperature and volume will increase during the heat addition process, and temperature and volume will decrease during the heat rejection process. So we are assuming that the pressure in this particular process is remaining constant. That is our assumption, because in the practical applications we see that neither of the parameter is remaining constant. So in case of the ideal gas processes, what we are assuming, one of the parameters is remaining constant. So here in this case we are assuming that pressure is going to remain constant. Now consider the ideal gas heated in a frictionless piston and cylinder arrangement as shown in the figure. So this is the piston cylinder arrangement as shown in the figure. So 1 kg of gas, we are filling this in this particular arrangement. So this becomes the system, thermodynamic system. Now we are supplying the heat energy to this particular system. Now when heat energy is supplied, we know that there is an expansion of the gas, that is molecules of the gas get expanded, and because of that there is a movement of the piston towards the outer side. So the volume is increasing. As heat is added, the temperature is also increasing and the pressure also increases, but what we are assuming here, the pressure is remaining constant. So whatever the increment in the pressure intensity is there, that we are suppressing by putting the weights on this particular piston, so that we are assuming that pressure inside the system is remaining constant. Now we can represent this constant pressure process, heating process, on PV and TS diagram. So we are having the initial state points, so we can measure all the properties like pressure, volume, temperature, then specific enthalpy, specific entropy. These properties we can measure before the heat addition, and we can plot this particular state point 1 on both the property diagrams, that is PV diagram and TS diagram. Then when the heat is added, we see that there is an increment in the volume, but pressure is remaining constant. So we are getting this particular horizontal process curve up to the final state point number 2. That is, here we are stopping the heat addition. Therefore now here we are measuring the different properties again, and we are plotting this state point 2 on the PV diagram, and we see that we are getting a horizontal line between state point 1 and 2. So that is the constant pressure heat addition process. So this arrow represents the direction of the process from state point 1 to state point 2. Similarly, on the temperature entropy diagram, we see that from the state point 1, as the heat is added, we see that the entropy of the gas is increasing as heat is added to the gas. Therefore we are getting this type of curve up to the final state point number 2. So here we are having S1 entropy at state point 1, and S2 is the final entropy after the heat addition. So this is the representation of the constant pressure process on PV and TS diagram. Now in the most of the examinations we are just having the question which is represent the particular process on PV and TS diagram. So for 4 marks this question is asked. So in the previous process, that is constant volume process, also we have represented the process on PV and TS diagram. In this case also, that is constant pressure process, we have represented the process on PV and TS diagram. Now going for the analysis, thermal analysis, the first parameter of analysis is pressure volume temperature relation for the constant volume process. Now we know that the governing equation is given by the Charles law, that is, when pressure is constant, then volume is directly proportional to the temperature. that we have seen in the chance law also. So V is directly proportional to T, therefore V by T is equal to constant. So V by T is remaining constant throughout the process during the change of the state. Therefore, applying this particular equation, so we are applying it to the state point 1 and 2. So V1 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon T2, that is remaining constant. Therefore, we can write in terms of temperature ratio and volume ratio, that is T2 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon V1, or we can write the reciprocal of this. Therefore, for the second point, that is the work transfer during the process, that is W. We know that work transfer is given by W is equal to integral P dV. Now we are integrating this particular equation, integration of pressure into change in the volume between the state points 1 to 2. Now here we are knowing that pressure is remaining constant, so P is constant. So integration of 1 dV, integration of 1 with respect to dV, that is which is the changing parameter here. The changing parameter is the volume. So volume is changing from V1 to V2. Therefore, integrating this with the boundary limits of V1 to V2. Therefore, P into V with boundary limits V1 to V2. Therefore, putting the upper limit and lower limit. So this equation becomes W is equal to P into V2 minus V1. So W is equal to P2 V2 minus P1 V1. Now in terms of general gas equation, we can simplify this as W is equal to mRT2 minus mRT1. Therefore, W is equal to mR is common term into bracket T2 minus T1. So that is work in kilojoule, that is the total work. Now the third parameter is the change in internal energy. Now the formula for the change in internal energy for all the gas processes is similar, and that is delta U is equal to M into CV T2 minus T1. So that is the formula we are going to use for all the gas processes. The next parameter is the heat transfer. So when we are finding the heat transfer for any process, we know that from the first law of thermodynamics, dQ is equal to dW plus du. So putting these particular equations, so total heat transfer is equal to integration of dW plus integration of du, that is the total work plus total change in the internal energy. So we already derived the equations for the work transfer and the change in internal energy. Therefore Q is equal to mR T2 minus T1 plus mCV T2 minus T1. Therefore Q is equal to, now M we are taking it as constant, M into bracket T2 minus T1 into R plus CV, into R plus CV. So we have taken this term separately, that is R plus CV. So what is this R plus CV? Characteristic constant plus specific heat at constant volume. So there is a relation between this Cp, Cv and R. We know that Cp minus Cv is equal to R. Therefore Cp is equal to R plus Cv. So we can write this equation, we can replace this R plus Cv by Cp. Therefore this equation becomes Q is equal to M Cp T2 minus T1. So this is the equation to calculate the heat transfer for the constant pressure process. Now next parameter is the fifth parameter, that is the change in enthalpy. Now change in enthalpy formula for all the gas processes is similar, and that is mCp T2 minus T1. So we have to use this similar formula for all the gas processes, mCp T2 minus T1. Now these two formulas are similar. Heat transfer is having the same formula as of the change in enthalpy. Therefore, whatever is the heat added, that is converted into the change in the enthalpy. That is, enthalpy is rising from H1 to H2. Now the last parameter of analysis, that is the change in entropy. So we know that ds, that is change in entropy, is equal to dq by t. So integration, so total change in entropy is given by integration of ds, that is equal to integration of dq by t between the limits at state point 1 to state point 2. Now here this is delta S, that is total change in the entropy, is equal to integration of dq. What is the formula to find out dq? That is a heat transfer, that is mCp T2 minus T1, that we have derived just now, divided by T. Now here mass into Cp, this term is constant, so we are taking it outside the integration sign. So integration of T2 minus T1, we can call it as dt by T. Therefore we can say integration of 1 by T with respect to dt. So integration of 1 by T is nothing but log to the base e of T. So log to the base e of T, and putting the limits from T1 to T2. Here temperature is changing from T1 to T2. Therefore we can write this as log to the base e of T2 minus log to the base e of T1. Therefore we can write it as log to the base e of T2 upon T1. So this is the equation we are going to use to find out the change in the entropy. Now we are knowing that temperature and volume ratios are, because of the direct proportionality, we are having that T2 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon V1. Therefore we can write this equation in terms of volume ratio, that is total change in entropy, delta S is equal to mCp log to the base e of V2 upon V1. Now these formulas, whatever we have derived for the constant pressure process, that we are going to use to solve the simple numericals on this process. So we'll start with the first numerical, that is first numerical. 1 kg of gas occupying 0.1 meter cube at 14 bar pressure is expanded at constant pressure to 0.2 meter cube. Determine the initial and final temperature of the gas. So this is the problem. Here take Cp is equal to 1.008 kilojoule per kg degree Kelvin and Cv is equal to 0.72 kilojoule per kg degree Kelvin. Solution. So we are writing first what is the given data in this problem. Now this problem is of the constant pressure process, so we have to note in the given data this is a constant pressure ideal gas process. So we have to write that in the given data. Then you have to find whether mass is given or not. So mass is equal to 1 kg, which is given in the problem. Now what is the initial volume? V1. So find out the initial volume is given. Yes, it is given, that is 0.1 meter cube. Final volume V2 is given, that is 0.2 meter cube. Initial temperature T1 we have to find. Final temperature T2 we have to find. Then initial pressure P1 is equal to final pressure P2, because it is a constant pressure process, that is equal to 14 bar. So we are converting that into kilopascal, that is multiplied by 100. So we are getting it 1400 kilopascal. Then R is equal to Cp minus Cv. So we can calculate the characteristic gas constant, that is equal to 0.288 kilojoule per kg degree Kelvin. So this is the data which is required to solve the problem. Now we have to find in this problem what is the initial temperature T1 and final temperature T2. So initial temperature T1. So we have to plot the process. This is the heat addition constant pressure process on PV and TS diagram first. Then we have to mark this state point 1, 2 on both the diagrams. So we have to mark the pressures here. P1 is equal to P2. Then this is the V1, V2, temperature T1, T2, S1 and S2. We have to mark this on the property diagram and write down the values of the given data on the pressure volume diagram and the temperature entropy diagram, that is PV diagram and TS diagram. Okay, so that we can identify which is the unknown parameter we have to find among the pressure volume temperatures. PVT relation we are knowing, and we must know which is the unknown parameter so that we can calculate that particular parameter to solve the problem. Now here we have to find out what is the initial temperature. So here we are knowing the initial pressure P1 is equal to P2. We are knowing both the volumes. So we are not knowing only temperature T1. So we can apply the general gas equation at point 1. Therefore, P1 V1 is equal to mR T1. So putting the values, pressure value is 1400 kilopascal into volume is 0.1 meter cube, that is equal to 1 into 0.288 into temperature T1. So temperature T1 is equal to 486.11 degree Kelvin. So we have calculated this temperature, initial temperature T1. And second point, that is the final temperature T2. So by using the temperature and volume ratio for the constant volume presses, we can calculate final temperature T2. That is T2 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon V1. So T2 is equal to 0.2 divided by 0.1 into V1, that is 486.11. Therefore T2 is equal to 972.22 degree Kelvin. So this is the final value, and we have successfully solved this simple problem which is asked for 4 marks in the final examination. Now the second problem we are going to solve, which is asked for 8 marks in the final exam. So what is the given problem? 1 kg of nitrogen contained in a cylinder at pressure 7 bar and temperature 300 degree Kelvin expands 4 times its original volume. The process of expansion is assumed to be at constant pressure. Calculate initial volume, final temperature, work done, heat added, and change in internal energy. Take Cp is equal to 1 kilojoule per kg degree Kelvin and capital R is equal to 0.287 kilojoule per kg degree Kelvin. Now solution. So you have to write first the given data. So what we are writing first in the given data, we are identifying the process, ideal gas process first. So this is the problem of constant pressure process. So you have to write down in the note in the given data, this is a constant pressure heat addition process. Then you have to find whether mass of the gas is given or not. So here mass of the gas is given, that is 1 kg. So write down here mass of the gas M is equal to 1 kg. Now initial pressure P1, you have to find it is given, initial pressure is given as 7 bar. So that is equal to 700 kilopascal. So final pressure is not given, that we have to calculate. Initial volume V1 is not given, but final volume V2, it is said that it is 4 times the given initial volume. So 4 times V1. So we are writing this V2 is equal to 4 times V1. Now initial temperature T1 is equal to 300 degree Kelvin and final temperature T2 is not given, that we must find. Now Cp minus Cv is equal to R. So we have given with the Cp value and the R value, so we can calculate Cv value in the given data. So Cv is equal to Cp minus R. So Cv is equal to 1 minus 0.287. So Cv value is 0.713 kilojoule per kg degree Kelvin. So this is the given data. Now we'll start with solving the problem. So first parameter that we are going to find out, that is the initial volume. So before that we have to represent this heat addition constant pressure process on PV and TS diagram and locate all the properties on the PV and TS diagram along with the values. So P1 is equal to P2 is equal to, that is 700 kilopascal, V1 value, V2 value, then temperature values you have to write down on the PV and TS diagram. Now here we are not knowing with the volume V1 and we also don't know the final volume V2, but we can apply the general gas equation at state point 1 because we are knowing the pressure at the state point 1 and we are also knowing the temperature at the state point 1. Therefore the only unknown thing here is initial volume V1. Therefore we can apply the general gas equation at state point 1. Therefore P1 V1 is equal to MR T1. So P1 value is 700 kilopascal into, now V1 we can write it as in terms of V2, that is V2 upon 4. V2 upon 4, that is equal to mass is 1 kg into R value 0.287 into temperature T1 in degree Kelvin, that is 300 degree Kelvin. So only unknown here is the final volume V2. So final volume V2 is equal to 0.492 meter cube. Therefore, we can calculate the volume V1. So V1 is equal to V2 upon 4. So that becomes 0.123 meter cube. So we have to calculate that initial volume and the final volume we have calculated. Now the second point is final temperature T2. Final temperature T2 we have to calculate. So we can use the volume and temperature ratios for the constant pressure process. So T2 upon T1 is equal to V2 upon V1. So T2 is equal to, now putting these values, 0.492 divided by 0.123 into 300. So T2 is 1200 degree Kelvin. This is the value of temperature T2. Now we have calculated both the volumes and the final temperature. Now among the PVT we don't have any unknown value. Now we can move towards the other parameters. Now third parameter is the work done. So we have to calculate the work done for the constant pressure heat addition process. So W is equal to, we have derived the equation for the work transfer, that is equal to MR T2 minus T1. Now here mass is 1 kg into 0.287 is the R value into final temperature is 1200 minus 300. So W is equal to 258.3 kilojoule. Now this is the total work transfer, because in this formula we have included the total mass. Therefore this parameter is a total property, that is the total work transfer, that is in kilojoule. Then next fourth parameter is the heat added or heat supplied during the process. So Q is equal to mCp T2 minus T1. This is the formula for calculating the heat supply. That is equal to mass is 1 kg into Cp value, that is 1, into temperature difference, that is 1200 minus 300. So Q value is 900 kilojoule. The next parameter is fifth parameter, that is change in internal energy, delta U. Delta U formula is mCv T2 minus T1. Now putting the values, we are getting delta U value is equal to 641.7 kilojoule. So in this way we have calculated all the terms which are asked in the problem. So we have successfully completed this simple problem. This problem is asked for 8 marks in the final examination, and problem number 1, this is a very simple problem that is asked for 4 marks in the final examination. So some more problems you have to solve from the book for practice. So in the next lecture we will deal with the next ideal gas process, that is the constant temperature process. So thank you.